and welcome back to my channel and to another fold and story time. I'm gonna hop right in because my pile isn't that large, but I have a lot to say. Okay, guys, I was thinking about what to talk about today. Wait, actually, first, everyone, hold everything. I got new pajamas for my mom, and they are Hanukkah pajamas with dogs. Could there be anything more delightful? I don't think so. Anyways, I was thinking about what to talk about today, and then like a memory struck me so hard. I was a Santa elf in the mall during Christmas time. Why have I never talked about this before? The time is now. It is true. There's few less humiliating things I've done in my life than be a Santa elf at the mall. So basically, I'm gonna try to find a picture. Hopefully it is in the thumbnail. As you guys know, if you missed it, I did a whole story time about working as a birthday party princess. But it was like a birthday entertainment company. So I was also a clown, I was Dora the Explorer. I mean, I like did it all. So part of that job was seasonal holidays. And I feel like the only season that really popped off was Christmas. Maybe we like had an Easter bunny moment, but like Christmas, we worked a lot because holiday parties demanded minion elves. And we had, I think there was like one Santa on call who was creepy. And you know what? He was creepy legit, not just saying that like to make the story funny or more exciting. Like I now have a memory that he was just like exactly what you would think he'd be, kind of swarmy. He thought he was like the shit because he was Santa. I wonder if his company's still going. He was like outsourced from another company. Anyways, we worked like private parties mostly. So I do remember going to like this very fancy house. They were having like a very extravagant, fancy Christmas party, and they just hired Santa to do like the Santa thing, but then they just hired a bunch of elves to literally just walk around. Like a lot of times at these parties we would do face painting or we make like balloon animals, but for some reason this party they just wanted us there, you know, just to kind of like probably show off that they had money and that like they were throwing a big party. So I mean, ultimately it was actually like a pretty good gig, but there's something a little bit like doing it now, maybe I would feel more prideful because I'm like, listen, this is a great job. I'm getting paid to literally do nothing. Nobody really cares what I'm doing. And like, I can show up, get paid, and get a cash tip. Like, I wish I had the foresight back then to really be like, that's an actual dope job. But at the time, I think I was a little bit humiliated because I was dressed like an elf at a fancy party and I was wishing that I was at the party instead. So we did a bunch of those and I remember that, but then it dawned on me that we did an event in a mall and it was like an unfamiliar mall. Like I can't place where it was. Maybe it was downtown. And it was like a really dingy mall too. It wasn't like a big hoppin' booming mall. We weren't like hired by Westfield. We were like outsourced by whatever this like private mall was to show up with Santa. And I don't even think they did like on Santa's lap. We were just there to make balloon animals and like essentially entertain. If I remember correctly, at one point we were doing a dance with music. Maybe we were passing out gifts. We got hired to do that a lot too at charity events, which I really, really loved doing. But yeah, we were at the mall and we had a crowd around us. And I remember just being like, I was there with one of my best friends at the time. And I was like, you know what? And we were there with the owner of the company. So at that point, it was just kind of fun and silly. And people seemed to really enjoy it. But looking back, like that was the dingiest of malls and the dingiest of costumes. And like, kind of, I was like, the like, what am I trying to say? Like the low end version of a Christmas elf and a Christmas Santa at a Christmas mall. It was like the lowest denominator of that. If I had done it at the Westfield, maybe I would have been proud of my actions. Although I don't even know if they have elves anymore. I feel like they just have people taking the pictures and then checking you out at the end. But yes, I remember that. And then that struck another memory. I had also done this in college where I was working for entertainment companies, but then my friend and I, we were always like super like business savvy and like we're always trying to make a buck and like always trying to start a business. And this is actually the friend that I ended up starting the children's theater with. But in college, we kind of dabbled in trying to do our own entertainment company because we're like, we can do this, no problem. We started like collecting costumes. I think like honestly, we may have like booked 2 parties on our own, which honestly in college is pretty impressive considering I was very busy smoking weed. But one of the jobs that we ended up getting was, my friend figured this out. I think she was like not interning, she was working part-time at a law firm. She's like answering phones and stuff, and she got them to hire us to come to a private Christmas party. I don't think it was like for the law firm, it was like just for somebody that worked there and their at-home Christmas party. And she pitched that we would be the carolers at the party. So we got the job and we're like, well, we like literally don't Christmas carol and we don't have the costumes. So we're like, we're gonna figure this out because we always do. So we go, we were going to UC Irvine at the time, and I think they were like allowing us to check out costumes. We figured it out and we rented caroler costumes from the school, which was smart. And then we got 2 other guys to join us and we learned 2 songs. 2 Christmas Carol songs. I can't recall what they are, but we learned them. We show up to the house and they're all excited to have us. We look pretty good. I wish I had pictures of this. We look pretty good. We show up into the house. They're like, great, could you just like kind of like walk around and carol? Sure, no problem. We walk around, we sing our first song, people are like, yay. And then we sing our second song and they're like, yeah, can you just like keep going all night? And we're like, we literally like only know 2 songs. So we just sang the 2 songs over and over and over again. I don't remember the outcome. I don't remember how much we made. I just have such a distinct memory of us being like, I don't really know what we're doing, but we're just gonna pretend. And so we just sang those 2 songs over and over and over again. And chances are it wasn't very good. But you know, they could have asked for our reel before hiring us. We also did that at, I can't remember if it was a Christmas thing. I think it was a holiday thing. The same law firm somehow really trusted my friend. I had 2 friends that were working there and hired us to go to, it was like a retirement home. I think it was a retirement home or like a retirement like luncheon. It was a bunch of older people and they wanted us to put on a cabaret, and we're like, yeah, of course, don't even think twice. This is what we do. We know how to do this. We got this. We got the Christmas songs. We got we got the Broadway songs. We're ready to go. We put on our sparkly outfits. Probably also got them from our school costume department. And we put on, it was me, my girlfriend, and then our other friend, Zach, and we put on like the show of our lifetime. We are shimmying, we are doing leaps, like there's like circular tables. We're at like, I think it was like at, what am I trying to say? It was like at a golf course, like at the restaurant there. So we're like shimmying to these like old people. We're like doing leaps through the tables. We are putting on like a performance of a lifetime. And when I really think back to it, I'm a decent singer. I'm not a great singer. My 2 friends, great singers. I'm also a decent dancer, not a great dancer. My 2 friends, great dancers. I think they just wanted to include me in everything and I was like down to do whatever, but I probably looked so dumb and I was probably so bad. And like, thank God my one friend is like a superstar, so like hopefully that deterred or that deflected the attention from me. But like, I think back what these people must have actually thought after hiring us and paying us, and we showed up and like put on like literally like a performance that if your like kids were like, hey, like at a dinner party, like, hey, watch my performance, and like all the parents turn and like sit politely and it's like the worst thing ever. We did that and we somehow got away with it and made money. So there you go. Those are like my Christmas job memories. I'm trying to think if there was any more elf stories. I just so specifically remember that mall being so dingy, and we were so dingy, and it was just like one of those moments where I was like, wow, this is what I'm doing. Although really, sometimes I think back very fondly on those jobs, and I don't think I really understood just how awesome it was, because we were making insane money. I mean, it was all like cash tips. You didn't really have to do much. Brilliant. If you're looking for like a part-time job, if you're in like college and you like kids or you like performing, sincerely, I urge you to look into doing birthday party performances, or working for a birthday party entertainment company. It's where it's at. Oh my God, my brain is like quickly jotting through all the Christmas memories and jobs. I often wonder about those Santa Clauses at the mall, because sometimes, like, specifically at the like big ones like the Grove and stuff, you'll see the same ones over and over again, like every year. And I am curious, like, if they just are retired and they do this just like seasonally because they probably make decent money, or they just enjoy it. They love the Christmas joy and bringing the joy to the kids. Or do they like they can't do Santa year round. If you know someone that's a Santa Claus at a mall, get back to me on what they do the rest of the year. I'm very curious. I also worked in the mall at Express Men, and I just remember the holiday season being like, well, Black Friday, I don't remember Black Friday being so crazy back in the day. I think it was more just for electronics. Now it's like everything goes nuts, like all the places have major sales. But I do remember the holiday season being crazy because everyone was clearly trying to like last minute shop, and we would stay, I think we had extended hours, and we would stay late to then like clean and fold afterwards. So I just want to give a shout out to anyone that works in any store over the holiday. I know it's a mess. Bless ya. You're doing a great job. Keep going. I hope that people are nice to you, and if you are out there shopping, certainly I beg of you to be kind to anyone that's out there working. And also, like, if you take something out, put it back where you found it if you're not gonna buy it. Just a little PSA. And also, don't forget to tip your Santa elves. So there you go. There you go. Sorry I don't have more specific details, but I had to share with you that I did that, because sometimes it's so unbelievable, the random jobs that I had. And I will leave a link below to more of these story times if you've missed it. I've had so many insane part-time jobs. It's unfathomable. Sometimes I step back and I'm just like, holy crap, I can't believe I actually did that, because I refused to get a full-time job. Instead, I wanted to just get a bunch of random part-time jobs that sort of felt like I was still performing. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're having a wonderful holiday season. And you know, I know that it's hard. There's a lot of FOMO, there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of different emotions around the holidays, but I hope even just coming here for the 10, 15, 20 minutes a day really brightens your day, because it certainly brightens mine. All right, y'all, I love you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is my collab that I have been teeing up for so long, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's great. Like you guys, you're great. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.